Well, hello, and thanks for joining us for tonight's episode of Confessions and Convictions and Bible Bits. And here we are again after service and fellowship, which is wonderful, serving the Lord and to pray for our pastor and be with other good brothers and sisters. However, I'm going to ask you something. As I was driving to church today, this thought came to me, and I'm just as guilty, so don't take it personally. Are there weeks that you show up to church in secret sin, you're not willing to let them go, and yet you lift your hands and you praise the Lord as if everybody else looking around? Hey, nothing wrong with that guy. But you see, only you and the Lord knows if there is something wrong with that guy, right? So, if we go in that state, hey, welcome to church. There's always room for another hypocrite, right? And that's what we are when we do that. And then perhaps you go and you're in good standing a week or two later. Well, what did Jesus say about that? He talked about it to a church in the book of Revelation called Laodicea. And he says, hey, I'd rather you be hot, on fire for me, or have nothing to do with me, cold. But that you have your foot in one place, the church, and your foot in the desires of the world and the temple and whatever. He also said you can't serve God and mammon. It's one or the other. We either serve the Lord or we serve our own desires. And so what did Jesus say? Well, I'm going to vomit you out. Do you think that's accepted? You know, I do believe in the once saved, always saved, but I don't believe in taking advantage of it. You see, if you were once in Jesus, like he said, either hot or cold, you were in Jesus, but that he spewed you out. What does that mean? It means that you're not in anymore. And yes, we can fall away from the Lord. It's our own decision. But that's not what the Lord wants of us. He loves us with a steadfast love that never ends, and he's always out to rescue. You know, holiness does separate people. It's not a popular subject. Why? Because it offends others. It makes them look at their own sin and be accountable, or to live up to a standard, a moral ethic. Well, guess what? Most don't want to do that. Don't tell me what to do. I'll tell you what to do. And look at your sins. Right? But as our pastor, in celebrating the 10th anniversary this week of his taking Captain Kirk's place in the church, we must realize one thing. We either turn from our sin to have him, or we turn to our sin and we have it. It's a sad commentary. So you see, we either give up our will, which is our selfishness, our past life, everything. Doesn't mean you will be perfect as you walk. It does mean you really shouldn't be rolling out the red carpet, opening the door to sin. When we give up our will, then we learn what we can do and submit and get to God's will for our lives. You were created for a purpose. And that wasn't to spend 60, 70, 80 years on this earth doing your own thing, living it up. Eat, drink, and be merry. Tomorrow you may die, and you will die. But rather, you were meant for eternity. You have an eternal resume. Did you know that? And your works will be judged. Do we go into heaven naked? Or do we have something that we can say, Lord, pretty proud of what we did here. It wasn't me. You increased, not me. I wouldn't have done that on my own. Well, that's it for tonight. Leave your comments and thoughts. Please hit subscribe. Thanks for joining us. Lord keeping me around. Lord keeping you around. Lord willing and tarrying. I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, the Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine to you and make peace be in your house, in your heart. Till next time, don't keep the gospel to yourself. Share Jesus. You got something good like a treasure. Spread it around.